Hi, my name is Zach Lowe. I'm just here at FitMetabolism, and today I wanted to start talking about suitcase lifting or single leg deadlift patterning using the stick, and this is what I get my clients to do once they've perfected the double leg deadlift. Obviously, the difference between the double leg and the single leg is just the balance aspect, so I always like to make sure they can understand and they can perfect that double leg before they move on to the single leg. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through kind of what I do with my clients when they're just learning how to do a single leg hip hinge or single leg suitcase lift. We're going to go back. Obviously there's no weight involved, just a stick. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to set it up kind of like I did with my double leg deadlift patterning, where one hand is in the small of my back, the other hand is behind my neck. Now the focus is to make sure that my head, my upper back, and my butt are all in contact with that stick, whether I'm in the starting position here or if I'm going down into my hip hinge. Now, the most important part of this, and people get kind of confused with it, is if I'm in this position where I've kind of picked right now, what leg to kick back. So right here, I always just say to my clients, whatever elbow's up in the air, so my left elbow's up in the air, that's the leg I'm kicking back. And then you're going to do your reps on this side, and then when you go to the opposite side, you just got to rotate your hands. So if my right elbow's up in the air, that's the right leg I'm kicking back. So I'm going to go back to the other position. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go from a side view here, so everything's in contact. Now, I'm going to kick my left leg back because my left elbow's up. And the focus is you're trying to go down to a T position. And it's about what's comfortable for you. You don't have to try and push it all the way, because the faster you go and the more momentum you have, the harder balance is going to be. And I always recommend the balance leg being bent. Once you get more comfortable with that, then trying to straighten it. But the big focus is the big key of this exercise, to make sure that my upper back, my head, and my butt are all in contact with that stick. So I'm going to go down and do a couple of these so you can see. As you can see, I'm going to go right to the T, nice control, and then come back up. Now, the focus is obviously keeping that stick in contact with those 3 points, but also what I like to do is kick the back leg back and keep it as completely straight, pointing that toe to the wall to get that left glute to fire more, which will help the balance aspect or increase that center of gravity. But I'm still bending that balance leg just to get comfortable with it. So I do a couple of those. Nice and controlled, keeping both hips always facing down to the ground. Don't let the hip open up on you. So I'm going to do one with the straight leg here, and then I'll go the opposite side. Straight leg, everything's in contact, and then slowly back up. So I'm going to rotate my hands so you can see why I want both hips to be facing down to ground. I'll do a couple here. And making sure my right hip doesn't open up. I want to keep both hips facing down to the ground. That's kind of the tough part of it. Hold that position and slowly back up. So this is one of those exercises I get clients to do when they perfected the double leg deadlift patterning using the stick. Go and then with weights, and then I get them onto the single leg deadlift patterning. So stay tuned for the next vlog, where I'm going to show the suitcase lift, which is basically getting rid of the stick with dumbbells in both hands, and what that looks like, what you're trying to focus through. So hope you learned some key things with this deadlift pattern, but just the big thing is just to make sure that we don't jeopardize that lower back. And what I like about the stick is it gives you an incentive of making sure that you can feel contact with those 3 parts, so the head, the upper back, and the butt, which will make sure you prevent that injury. So I hope you stay tuned for the next vlog, and have a good day.